When a school board in Pennsylvania sent a letter telling parents their children could end up in foster care if they didn't pay off the school lunch debts, it sparked a public backlash and put school lunch shaming back into the headlines. The U.S. Department of Agriculture oversees the federal school lunch program and discourages practices that stigmatize students. But school districts can set their own policies. Schools say they're strapped for cash and can't take on debt. There's also some evidence that some of the students lacking lunch money actually qualify for free lunch, but their parents just haven't filled out the application. But what about parents who don't meet the requirements and may struggle to make ends meet? Carrie Williams was one of those moms. Adele Settle started an organization to pay off student lunch debt in Prince William County, Virginia, which is just outside of Washington, D.C. It's nice to have you both with me. So, Carrie, why don't you kick it off for me? Tell me a little bit about your financial situation. I know that you're a veteran, and I know that you have a job. You're a working mom.
Yes, I am. I actually started my career here in the Northern Virginia area a few years ago. I did get a job here at one of the local hospitals, which was an entry-level position. Me and my daughter moved here kind of alone, not much family, and I was able to secure a job. So I really started out making probably about $35,000 a year when I first moved here. Got my daughter enrolled in school, did all the things that I needed to do. Of course, I would always apply for her free lunch.
And when you applied for free lunch, what did they tell you? You made too much money.
I made too much money, yes.
Were you able to pay?
I was able to pay it. It wasn't always, whereas every day I was paying it. There would be maybe a week that would go by before payday where the lunch debt would accrue.
How much money did you end up owing?
The most I remember is maybe a little over $200.
Adele, how typical is Carrie's story?
Oh, very, very common. The school lunch program is an amazing thing. It's wonderful for families who qualify, but the limits for free and reduced lunch are very low, and they're set nationally. So in areas like ours in Northern Virginia, where cost of living is very high, there's just so many families who they earn just a little bit too much to qualify for free or reduced lunch, but they don't earn enough to ensure that they can cover the cost of feeding their child at school without hardship.
Was your daughter embarrassed at school?
So I remember coming home one day and saying, Mom, I went to lunch today and they gave me a tray. She said, I sat down to eat and the lunch lady came out and told me I had a balance on my lunch account, and she took my tray and gave me a yogurt. And I was floored, like I couldn't believe that another adult would do that to a child, especially an adult that a child is supposed to trust to have their best interest in mind. They took it and threw the tray away and gave her a yogurt.
Most Americans cannot afford a $400 emergency coming their way. And in a way, school lunch is $1,000 roughly, yes. $900 a year is what you'd be paying. It's sort of in that same vein as how I do that math.
Of course, I wanted to pay the debt. I paid it as I could, but there were still consequences because I wasn't able to maybe pay it off the time that they thought I should have paid it off. There were many consequences of that. But,
what other consequences?
Well, she said, Mom, I can't go to the dance. And I said, well, why can't you go? She said, well, they said I have a lunch balance, so I'm not allowed to participate. Which that is at the point that I reached out to Adele, because I was thinking, why is she penalized, for something that's not her fault?
Will you be able to now keep up with the debt? I know you got a promotion.
Most definitely, yes. Things have changed. I recently got married, and I've gotten a promotion at work. My circumstances have changed. Thank you. They've changed drastically. So now I'm in a position to where it's not, as hard as it was before. But I have coworkers and friends. We talk about this all the time. They have 2 or 3 kids. I only have 1. So to hear their stories, it motivates me to want to be able to do more to help others who may be in that situation until they get to that point where they're able to function a little bit better.
In a school district of 90,000 children, how many people do you believe don't qualify for free lunch but are poor and are genuinely struggling to pay almost $1,000 a year bill?
We have $300,000 every year, and that's $300,000 of families that absolutely can't pay that bill. And then there's a whole lot of other families that I'm sure are making very hard choices to decide whether they are paying that lunch bill so that their kid can go to the dance, so that their kid can go on the field trip. The free and reduced lunch program is awesome, but the levels are just too low. And so there's a lot of families that are left in that kind of donut hole between qualifying for help and being totally fine.
Adele Settles and Carrie Williams, thank you for being with me. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.